us today. We're going to get started. My name is Megan McConnell, and you're joining us for our weekly demo within the Microsoft Dynamics CRM instance. Here at Inside View, we do integrate within all the major CRMs, but today we're going to focus on our Dynamics integration to show you what that interface looks like. But just a couple things before we get started. Everyone will be placed on mute for the duration of the session. We do this just to ensure that there's no background noise. However, we do welcome your questions at any point during the demo. Feel free to go ahead and type those into that chat box, and I will do my best to answer questions during the demo. Otherwise, we'll open up for a full Q&A at the end of our presentation. And then secondly, a designated rep will be reaching out to everybody in the next week or so. If you're looking for a more immediate response, we'll provide an email address at the end of our session that you can use to reach out to us directly to chat with us one-on-one. And so now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce everybody to Preston, who will be leading our demo today. Preston, you now have.
Thank you, Megan. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you, Megan, and thanks, everybody, for joining us today. My name is Preston Hurd, and I'm a Sales Solutions Consultant here at Inside View. I'm going to be walking you through a brief presentation where we're going to talk about the specific challenges that you might be facing in today's world, and then how Inside View helps you address those challenges head on. Then I'm going to go out into a brief demo showing you the actual product of Inside View, and I'm going to show that to you in the new 2013 Microsoft Dynamics CRM Online. And then we'll open it up at the end for any questions that you might have. So let's get started. Our mission here at Inside View is to improve how you get leads. We're talking about engaging with new prospects to help you win more deals, talking about closing more business, new business, and then retain and grow your customer base. That's your current accounts. There's a couple of statistics that really say it all and might be representing what your world looks like when you are doing sales and marketing. First of all, 92% of buyers ignore unsolicited contacts. What does that really mean? Cold calling, this is a pretty bold statement, is dead. Unsolicited email campaigns really barely have a pulse anymore. How many responses did you get from your last email blast? 70% of buyers decide without any sales contact at all. And what does that mean? That means that their decision process is already made, or at least mostly made, before they even get their first sales call because of the research that they're able to do ahead of time. Bottom line, engaging with B2B buyers requires timely, value-based, relevant messaging, and if you can have a warm connection on top of that, it increases your chances even more. So boy, we know what we have to do, but there's so much out there. How do we make sense of it all? And that's where Inside View comes in. There is such a large number of data sources that make it pretty difficult to efficiently get your quality research done that you need to do. We just found out on the last slide that it's an absolute necessary thing you need to do ahead of time in working with today's buyers. And there's just so much out there that staying on top of it in a timely manner can be completely overwhelming. And because today's buyers are so much more informed than they used to be and so much harder to reach, they're just inundated, you really need more insights and connections to be able to engage with them in a meaningful way. And Inside View helps you do this. It helps you be more effective because you have these quick, more of a quick, easy access to all of this data that you're looking at here, combined with the insights and the connections, which that's your hook to getting in the door. So what are we really doing here? Well, if you see here in the upper right, the cloud, we're taking all this information in these clouds from all these different types of sources, and we're providing what's relevant to you at the right time, right inside your CRM. And that's why Inside View is the most complete CRM intelligence platform. We help you use data, insights, and connections to find more leads, win more deals, and grow your account base across the sales cycle. So how do we do that? What's the difference of just data versus intelligence? It's really broken down into three simple but yet essential components. What is CRM intelligence? It's one, data, two, on top of the data, insights, and three, on top of that, connections. And it's these three components which are really the foundation for successful marketing, sales, and account growth. In other words, that's our suite of products. So let's talk about that, hone in a little bit more specifically. Data. You have a 6 to 8% chance, that's it, with data alone, to be able to get any sort of interaction with the buyer, any sort of response. That said, data is the foundation of everything, and our data is the most accurate, more accurate than any other data provider on the market today. Most data providers out there maybe use one methodology, two at most, to get their data, to acquire their data. Well, Inside View uses 4 different methodologies, all of the methodologies, and we take the strengths of each of those data gathering methodologies, we discard the weaknesses, and we use the strengths for different components of data. Then from all these multiple sources that you see here in the clouds, we triangulate them across each other, and then we validate them to make sure that they are the closest to truth. And our data is dynamically updated continually from our proprietary algorithms that crawl over 30,000 news, media, company sources. And that's why our data is the most accurate. Insights. All right, so now your chances of making the sale just went up. You stack the insights on top of the data. Now you've got between a 24 to a 32% chance of having some meaningful dialogue with a buyer. Think of keyword searches. We have what we call smart agents, and these smart agents crawl the internet across these 30,000 sources that I just was talking about, and we pull back what happened that was relevant with this business trigger event in the last 30 days that you can talk about with a buyer. And our chances, again, of getting some feedback from the buyer went up from having done that. Now we add connections. The connections piece increases our chances now significantly from 44 to 84%. And think of this as your own comprehensive private company cloud. And it's these insights combined with the connections that really help sales to be able to win more deals. Why? Because they're able to spend their time selling on the phone, and it helps them get one more new opportunity per quarter. And by the way, that opportunity is a bigger dollar amount. And then we deliver that all inside. Think about increasing CRM adoption, giving this information to the reps right at their fingertips where they're living every day in CRM. So let's look at that across the life cycle. On the left-hand side, you can see our suite of products, starting with marketing, then down to sales, and then account management. What are we going to show you here? What does this mean for you? What are we going to do for you? Well, we're going to first help you on the marketing side of it to be able to get more leads from any source. Then we help you to enrich those leads with real-time data. You're able to score and route them faster, and then you're able to deliver more timely, relevant campaigns. So all of a sudden, sales is happy because they're able to receive complete and actionable leads quickly, and then utilize the connections piece and the insight piece of Inside View to be able to engage with those prospects. And so not only has sales received the lead complete with all the correct firmographic information, but they can now leverage the key connections and insights. And then once you've earned the business, you're able to, with more bandwidth, manage more accounts through the people alerts that we provide, which helps you cross-sell and upsell across those accounts. Bottom line, Inside View drives value from the lead acquisition to the sale and onto the customer to help you retain and grow your customers. So let's see it. Let's see how this works. I'm going to jump into a quick demo of Inside View. You can see here now on my screen that I have brought up Microsoft Dynamics 2013 online. The nice new sleek look and feel of 2013. And under sales, I'm going to look at an account. Let's pick any account. Let's say Amazon.com, for example. So I don't really have much and my CRM on Amazon, all I added was the company name. I didn't even add a URL. But if I go down, you can see here's Inside View. It shows up as a natively integrated window with all of this rich information. And there's all of these sub-tabs within Inside View that show you the people. It shows you the buzz, what's going on at that account, the family tree, how things are structured, any competitors, and then more information. What's going on in the industry? What are some call prep notes? What the financials look like? Are they hiring? Any news? So in addition to just the basic firmographic information, the data, Inside View at a glimpse is giving you the, right here, smart agents, the insights, and then the connections. I'm actually connected to 10 people at Amazon that I didn't even know about because I've loaded my connections in my own private company cloud. So that's some significant value right there. And then what can I do with the click of a button? I can sync all of this great information. A stare and compare window will pop up right from Inside View into CRM. So all I had before was Amazon. I'm going to get the right company name. In fact, I'm going to override everything with all of this rich content, and I'm going to update the account with the click of a button. I can do the same thing for leads. There it is, success. I can do the same thing for contacts. And then I can also see Inside View and opportunities. So again, within the new 2013 online, you can see Inside View in the accounts, contacts, leads, and the opportunities, where we'll show you the account that's associated with that particular opportunity. Now, I can also navigate by just simply clicking here into a new window that will bring up Amazon with a little bit more real estate. And I can see here, how I'm connected to various people. Let's say I wanted to search here for a company that's not in my CRM. I want to go after Cisco, and I want to sell them. I'm at Microsoft partner. I want to sell them some software. So in that use case, I can see here all the information about Cisco. I can export that right into CRM, but I really want to bring in some people. And with the click of a button, I can bring them in as either a lead or a contact, and I can associate them with this account. But I want to determine and qualify a little bit further based on how I'm connected. So I've loaded my connections into the private company cloud, and I can see here this John. He'd be a powerful contact to have. I'm connected. Well, how am I connected? Well, I happen to be a LinkedIn connection with Kevin. And Kevin was a previous coworker here of John at Walmart. So I've got some Walmart LinkedIn connections, and it just so happens that Kevin worked with John at Walmart. So if I'm going to start a conversation, I want to pull in what's happening in John's life at Cisco, so I can do that. Or I can go back and I can have, with a click of a button, in Outlook, a pre-populated email that says, hey, Kevin, I know that you used to work with John at Walmart. Would you mind making an introduction for me? And by the way, this is what's happening at Cisco, and this just happened in the last 30 days, so now I have a relevant thing to talk about with John. So that is basically delivering the right information at the right time. Now, I can bring in a new contact if I would like with a click of a button. If I want to look at Susie here and export that to CRM, I want to bring Susie in as a contact rather than a lead. I could do a lead though as well if I wanted. And we look here for duplicates, and there's no duplicates, so we were able to successfully import that contact into CRM. Within a contact, you can see here that not only do I see the connections, but I can view their LinkedIn profile. I can connect this with my Twitter, and I can tweet right from within Inside View, and then I can select a match for Facebook as well. That's because I've got all of my Facebook connected along with my personal Facebook connections, and then LinkedIn, I've uploaded those connections, and then Outlook as well. I could also upload those connections along with where I currently work, where I've worked in the past, my education, or any reference customers. And I can combine all this together to expand it to show that there's 9,000 people in my network across 7,000 companies that I'm connected to just by loading in my connections. All right, so we talked a little bit about the power of this solution when it comes to adding the insights in and then using your warm connections to get in the door. Let's talk a little bit more about smart agents. So we take all of these smart agents, I put in a custom one here, Convergence, because you were at the Convergence show and you want to see anytime that comes up, along with these other agents. And for a list of accounts at a particular watch list, I want to, let's say, create a watch list and add certain accounts that I'm going after. Well, I said I wanted to go after Cisco, right? So I can add Cisco as a company, or I could add, other prospects to a watch list. And now all of a sudden I'm watching Cisco, and anytime the word convergence as one of those keywords comes up in the news over the past 30 days at Cisco, I'm going to be alerted of that in an automatic email. And I'm going to wake up every day, and when I get my cup of coffee, I'm going to decide I'm going to go after Cisco because this particular event just happened in the world of Cisco in the last 30 days. And that's going to be the watch list, a very powerful tool to help me actually change the way I sell, social selling, the future of selling, based on these business triggers or alerts that are happening. Okay, so now let's talk about the build a list function. You can see here that you can pick a particular territory, and I've built one in already with the West Coast, but if I wanted to create an East Coast territory, I could simply create a new geographic territory where I want this state, this state, this state, and this state. And now I've got a new East Coast territory as well. And I want to build some lists off this. So I'm interested in software, right? So I want to go down to the industry. Well, let's do computer software. And then within that, I'm looking at asset management software and billing and service as well, and maybe BI. So I want to run a list of all of the companies or people within that particular East Coast territory that meet those requirements, and I can choose an agent. Let's say I want to see if they had a leadership change. That's what I'm really targeting right now. I could include people I know, I could include my current customers, but let's just leave it broad, and then I can modify the criteria to get to something that's manageable if I need to. We're going to bring up a lot of results right now, and then I could export those, either companies or people, and go after them with either an email campaign, or I could go after them with, it looks like I did one of the agents here that's not loading, so let me just make it a little bit more broad, and rather than choosing an agent, let's just search more broadly across these companies, and you can always modify the criteria down. So, oh my goodness, that's a lot of companies to manage. So if I wanted to modify the criteria down to something that's more manageable, I could easily do that with the click of a button. So Inside View allows you to build a list and then go after them in a relevant, meaningful way using your connections and your watch list. And then you can see, if you would like at a glimpse, all of the activity with the click of a button. That Inside View just had this information posted that there's something that's going on here, a news event that we want to be aware of. We can go out and learn more about that. So that gives you a quick overview of the product, the software, the solution, and how it integrates natively right here inside CRM. Let's go back to finish up in the presentation, and then we'll open it up to any Q&A. All right, so now everybody can see my screen again. You can see the presentation, CRM Intelligence. Great. So to summarize, Inside View helps to increase marketing and sales productivity. Think here about your efficiency, saving all that time researching. We help you improve your data quality. Who doesn't struggle and have the ongoing challenge of keeping your data clean? And how important is that, especially from an opportunity cost standpoint of having dirty data? And then we help you accelerate CRM adoptions. The reps really want to use CRM now because all their insights or connections are right there at their fingertips, like I just showed you. So we're delivering results. Let's take a look at some real world examples here. In marketing, we helped exactly to increase qualified lead 3 times. In our sales product, you've now converted those leads into customers, or you're working on converting them into customers. We help you win more and reduce your research time. We've done that for Adobe. And then in account management for Marketo, we've helped them to retain attrition and identify upsell opportunities across thousands of accounts, all inside CRM. Our Microsoft partner Armanino as an example of that, where we've increased their adoption by 50%. Inside View is the recognized leader in CRM intelligence. You can see here from the logos, the customers we work with. Also at the bottom, you can see that we are working very closely with Microsoft, some of the words that we've received there. We have just recently introduced Social Insights for the professional edition of Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013 Online, and are really excited to be partnering with Microsoft to bring that to you. Social Insights is similar to what you just saw, where you see the company firmographic information, all the relevant news articles, industry profiles, all the suggested conversation starters, and everything that's going on with the blog posts and how you're connected with Outlook or your social networks or your educational history, all that branded Social Insights, powered by Inside View, natively integrated in the new 2013 Online. So that's something that we are really excited to partner with Microsoft on. And then we can also announce now that we are introducing Inside View for Marketing Lead Enrich, which integrates with Microsoft Dynamics Online as well. So this is a new product for us with Microsoft integration that we've just rolled out, and you can see an example of how that might add value by looking at an online web form. Now, you could get these leads from anywhere, from a trade show or anywhere, but you upload those into CRM with Excel from a trade show, or maybe you have webhooks from a web form. What we're doing here is we're allowing you to, because we enrich the data from your leads with less fields, all we need is really the company name or the URL of the email address, and we're able to enrich it with all of this to make it a complete record. So now the lead is routed to the right rep faster and enriched and more accurately. So that's what we're doing here with our marketing product, automatically enriching your leads so we can get them to sales faster. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the pricing. A couple different scenarios here. For CRM on-premise customers, they are already enjoying a deeply discounted price of Inside View CRM Intelligence. They're getting a discounted price of $49 a seat per user per month, while the list price is $99, so they're getting half off. And Inside View solutions are very competitively priced and far superior than anything else that's out there. And because it's through Microsoft, we're giving you a very special, deeply discounted price here for on-premise. For those of you that are still out there on-premise or have decided to do that from a business standpoint. And then for online, on the left-hand side, for 2013 Online, you know, the professional edition of Dynamics includes Social Insights. But if you do not use that, use the basic or the essentials edition, we do offer the enterprise edition for $25 per user per month. Now you can also enhance a couple of the different features of Social Insights with more extensive features for upgrades to the enterprise edition through Social Insights into enterprise for $25 per user per month. So there's a little bit of an upcharge there for our sales product. And then we also offer our marketing product, Inside View for Marketing Lead Enrich, which allows you, we do it on a tiered basis, starting at $6,000 minimums per year, to enrich 500 leads per month. And of course, if your needs are greater, we have, as you go up the scale, quantity discounts. The more you enrich, you're going to be able to purchase leads for less per lead. And we'll enrich those for you automatically. So that's how the pricing works. For on-premise customers, we are doing right now a 3-month free for new Inside View licenses promotion when they sign an annual license agreement. All you need in the bottom left-hand side of your screen here is the code LIVEDEMO to send an email to this address, Microsoft@InsideView.com, and we will provide you with not only the 30-day free trial, but also the 3 months free when you sign up. So we've gone over the pricing. The benefits outweigh the cost from a return on investment standpoint significantly. This is the future of selling, and real excited to be able to present the best CRM intelligence solution that's out there today. Inside View has over 50+ million company, people, and social profile records in our database. We aggregate over 30,000 sources, and then we validate that information. We've got 13,000 plus customers across 350,000 users, founded back in 2005, and then a 98%, I think this says it all, a 98% customer retention rate. So without further ado, here's the email, here's some additional information at this URL to get in touch with us, and thank you for joining us, everyone. We're going to wrap up now, and I will pass it back to Megan to see if we have any time to answer any of your questions that you might have.
Yeah, thanks so much, Preston. As Preston mentioned, this email address at the bottom of his screen is what you can use to reach out to us directly if you want to speak with us one-on-one. Now is a good time to submit any questions that you didn't already ask during the demo. And I'll start off, Preston, with one question that came through regarding what measures we take for data accuracy.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually, every quarter, benchmark ourselves against all of our competitors that are out there on the market, and we have the most accurate data. We publish those quantity and quality results for you to view, and that website to go to see that, it's published publicly, is trust.insideview.com. Again, trust.insideview.com. And that'll tell you about our methodology, how we gather our data through what we call an MTV approach, multi-sourced, triangulated, and validated to determine the closest to truth through our proprietary algorithms. And you'll be able to see the quantities that we have internationally. We have data internationally, as well as the quality, what accuracy rates we're achieving on a regular quarterly basis as compared to anything else that's out there in the market is the best solution.
Perfect. Thanks so much. It looks like we have no other questions this time. If anything does come up, everybody feel free to use that email address. Otherwise, we thank you for joining us today. We hope you found that helpful, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you so much, Preston, for walking us through that demo.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
Have a good day.